Thank you. We're here with Drexel head coach Amy Mallon and Amaris Baker, the most outstanding player of the tournament. Coach Mallon, congratulations on the championship, and just talk about what went well for you today.
Thank you. Obviously, you talk about being in these moments, and it's part of a dream when you're a coach to have an opportunity to coach a team to a championship game, and then obviously win it. But I think this just goes to show the resilience of this team. Obviously, Stony Brook, the best team in the league all year. The talented team, they have so much talent on the team. I so respect it. Ashley did such a great job with their squad, but I felt like today, it was our day. We did the things we need to do to execute, and on both ends of the floor. And we always said our defense is our best offense, and I think that definitely was true today. I think we were solid when we needed to be, and got the stats when we needed to. And again, to win this championship and to win it the way we did, going 4 rounds, I couldn't be prouder of this group. And to be able to lead this group, I feel really lucky. I have a lot of gratitude for this day.
Amaris, your team was 11 of 19 today from three-point range. You were 4 for 5. What was going so well for you on offense?
We were just distributing the ball to one another. Whatever was open, we took that. And just believing in each other, just moving, continuous movement, get the defense moving, and whoever was open, it was a shot. So, yeah.
Josh Verlin, go ahead with your question. Let's see. Can you hear him on the Zoom? Go ahead. Go ahead, Josh. Are you asking? I don't know. I can't.
Win the championship game. I was just curious, did you watch Maggie and Sydney's games, and what was it like watching them, and then to go out and do it yourself?
Can you ask that the one more time?
Sure. Rob, the two, yours and Tony's both being on, I'm getting a feedback.
Okay, I'll set it off.
You're the third O'Hara grad this week to lead your team to a conference championship game. I was just wondering if you watched Maggie and Sydney's games, and what were the emotions like when you watched those games, and then compare it to today. What's that been like? Kind of, all of you finding success at the same time.
It's surreal. I was very, very happy, seeing it on my Instagram stories all throughout, my whole feed, seeing Maggie win, and then seeing Sid win, and then, I got a text from Coach Dugan this morning, and she was like, I'm sending you this song because I sent it to Maggie and Sid before the championship game, so I feel like it's going to work, and, yep, got the W too, so, I'm so happy for them. It's been a whole bunch of, hard work, dedication, especially, how young we were, and then now just champions, so it's awesome. Super proud of them.
When you were watching them win, were you thinking about what that would be like for yourself? And then, how does that compare to the actuality of winning it yourself?
Yes, of course. Everybody wants to go to March Madness. So, I knew I had to put in all the hard work, and get my teammates prepared, make sure I was prepared. And, the fact that it's happening now is very surreal. And, I'm super grateful and blessed.
Go ahead, Rob. Go ahead. I didn't see it in the back.
So coming into this game, you guys were ranked last in defensive rebounds throughout the entire conference, only averaging about 22 per game, while Stony Brook was at the top. How did you guys kind of complete that mission and then actually out-rebound them defensively 22-17, in the end?
I think it's something, we talked about. One thing, when you've been doing it in this business for a while and you play in these opportunities, your defense is what's really going to help you win games. But to win a championship, you hear it all the time, rebounding is the key. And it was the key in 21 when we won, out-rebounded a very talented team in Delaware. And I think we knew it was something we had to do. And, one thing we talked about before the game is whatever we had to do to get the ball. If we couldn't get it, we wanted to knock it out of their hands and knock it out of bounds so they didn't have a chance to score again. And they bought into it. And as a group, some of our best rebounders are our guards. And you definitely saw that in Grace O'Neal on the floor. As a whole, I think we committed to it as a team, and you saw the results today. And again, I think that's what wins games. We talked about that going into it. If we didn't control the boards at some point, it would be really hard for us to be successful.
Congratulations, Coach. Congratulations. As you I was talking to one of your assistant coaches, and I asked him about the origin of because we can. Obviously, it was changed because we did. Said that you had said something at halftime of a game. Can you just elaborate on that piece, and where did that come from you to your team? Obviously, you always knew that this moment was possible from preseason and everything like that, but obviously didn't necessarily go the way y'all, they never go linear anyway, these journeys.
Yeah, I think, going into, first it started non-conference, we had a really tough out-of-conference schedule. I think if you looked at our schedule, we played Florida State, Cleveland State, Florida Gulf Coast, teams that, were top of their conference. When you look at them, they're probably going to be, postseason teams. So that definitely prepared us from a toughness standpoint. And then we start conference, and our conference schedule, we played the top opponents twice. We were on the road at Towson, and I'd say it was really probably towards the end of our conference play. We had so many battles that we lost due to small things, turning the ball over in situations, really just not executing. And I think part due to inexperience, in those moments. And I think those moments are what we built on. And it was probably down, I'd say, NCAT. We were, in the locker room at halftime. And, I just made the point that, I'm going to keep telling you this. I'm going to keep telling you that I know you can do it, but you have to believe that you can. And I think that's where it came from. And, I said, you can do it. And I said, it's up to you guys. And I think, you could see the eyes lock in. Especially Maris, because I always see her eyes locked in, and I just have to give her so much credit. The amount of games she has played, the amount of minutes she played, and how she performed. We talk about being an Iron Dragon. She is certainly an Iron Dragon through and through, and she shows up and works just like she does at practice every day, and you're seeing the result today. But I think that's where that came from, probably around which we thought was a great win for us on the road, and I think that really set the momentum for us coming into the tournament.
And if you could just answer that as well, like when she said that to you all. Obviously, I came back to win that game, and then y'all won a couple before coming here. How did you internalize that and get that to your players and to the rest of your teammates?
Just hearing it from Amy, I'm like, Coach, like, I'm down. Like, I understand what you're saying, because I know that we can too. So just embedding that to my teammates, letting them know every single day, like, I got you. Like, we can. Like, let's do this. And, just giving that confidence to them, and it was so contagious. You see the result now.
Do you feel like there was a specific moment, obviously you've won 8 of your last 9 down the stretch, that really was a turning point for you that helped you lock in and make this improbable run?
I think it was, we obviously played Stony Brook at home right before here and lost by 2. And it was a game where we were up 18 points at one point, and we ended up losing by 2, and it was down to possessions. I think that really kind of hit us hard. We're kind of like, we can beat them. It wasn't, I don't think that we never thought we couldn't, but we were in the position to do so. So at that point, I think we really said, these are things we're going to lock in on, and this is going to be really important that we continue to do this. And then we obviously got on the road and got 2 big wins at Elon and NCAT, and I think that really, the NCAT game, I use that because, again, a very good team in the conference, finished top. We knew it was going to be one of those battles down there, and to win there the way we did, I really think that was like the turning point for us, because I think you could see it just click the way they showed up at practice, what we were doing. They were locked in, and they have been, and I think that could make me prouder, like, to have the result you have today. I think either way, obviously we would be very disappointed if we didn't win, but the way this team grew together for a coach, I just feel like one of the best years for me, because it allowed me to think about some things I had to question maybe what I was doing, but I never doubted who we were, and I don't think they did either, and it kind of all just came together obviously when we needed it to in tournament.
Having someone like Brooke Mullen, who has experience in March in the past with Villanova, now obviously she had 16 points today. What is having that experience? What does she bring to the table for you?
It's huge. You have a leader on the floor for you. She made such smart plays. Even in yesterday's game, she fouled when she needed to. She's looking at me and she's asking me, "This is what you want me to do?" And you could see she was locked in. So I think she kept everybody calm on the floor. And she also was able to be very direct with them when they needed a little bit of a push. When Stony Brook went on their run and you knew it was coming. I said that to him. I said, we got to anchor the storm. The storm's coming. You guys ready? And it came. I said, we stayed anchored and we moved forward. And Brooke is really one of our anchors. I call her, I said that to her all year. You're going to be our anchor. And it wasn't always in scoring. It's facilitating. It's doing the little things. It's taking care of the ball when we need it to. And she just really proud of her. Her role different with us, than her prior role at Villanova. And I think this was a great opportunity to be at Drexel, have an impact on a team, which she certainly did. Obviously, the result we had today, and lead her team to a championship.
For sure. In those last 4 minutes, obviously you're going through a little bit of a scoring drought. What is that like mentally, being able to lock in and deliver that at the end of the day. But what is that mental process like as you're sort of seeing them come back? How are you keeping the faith?
So we have this thing that we do as a team and in a huddle. We just say on 5, let's breathe. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and breathe. So I mean, just doing all the little things step by step and knowing we just have to, whatever we had to do to make sure that we kept the lead and to win this game, we did that. So just coming as a group and collective and just staying calm and composed, we knew that we could do it.
Emirates, game's over, on the floor, emotional. Was just now that it became a reality. I'm sure that's probably tears of happiness and things of that nature. But what's going through your mind at that moment there? Like, oh my God, it's won. The game's finally over. You know, the clock finally hit 0. We're champions. Just take me inside that moment. Once the clock went off.
So I've been a big journalist. I would write down 5 things I'm grateful for, and then I would manifest something. And March Madness has always been one of my things that I wanted to do since I've been young. And the fact that it's happened, it was just so it was so surreal, and it just brought me to tears of joy and happiness. I mean, this year has been a roller coaster, like just trying to understand everybody mesh. I mean, we're all like, we have different new pieces, and just coming together as a group, we just needed that turning point. And once we clicked that NCAT game to now, it's just been awesome.
More in the back.
Coach, you had kind of brought up a little bit about the fouls. You had 5 players that all had 4 fouls, and 4 of which were in the starting lineup. How does that attest to the kind of trust that you have in them, especially going to the championship?
I think it's huge. You know, we had 2 of our bigger players, and Hedda Satman and Jasmine Valentine, in foul trouble, and we had a smaller lineup out there. And to be honest with you, throughout the year, we've had times when we've had to do that, and we've actually went on runs. We were able to at Delaware go around with a smaller lineup for the same reason. So we had been in that situation before. Obviously, it wasn't the ideal situation to be in with some of our players in foul trouble, but I just kept saying, stay disciplined on defense, stay disciplined in what we do. We always say defense is a team thing. It's one-on-one. You have to be disciplined in what you're doing, but your team's always going to be there. And I think they really locked in, some of the big rebounds. I mean, we had such great efforts from Erin Sweeney, one of our seniors who, again, has been part of a championship team as a freshman and as a senior. To have that impact on the floor was crucial. And she certainly stepped up today and did so many great things for us on the floor.
All right. Anything else? All right. Thank you very much. Congratulations.